11 News starts with breaking news.
That breaking news is in Beaver County, where state police just gave an update on a deadly shooting.
In the past 15 minutes, we've learned how police tracked down the suspect. Sheldon Jeter Jr., a former Aliquippa football star, is accused of killing his childhood friend and roommate. It was just before midnight on Friday when police found Tyreek Pugh shot to death in the middle of Keel Street in Aliquippa. Jeter told the investigators he was with Pugh earlier that night, but police say his account of the night doesn't add up. And state police say they spotted him when they went to the victim's place.
While they were doing a death notification at the victim's address, they noticed that a similar vehicle was there, a Chevy SUV. Going and making contact at that residence, they came in contact with Sheldon Jeter Jr., who actually lived at that exact address that the victim's ID came back to.
Now, if the name Sheldon Jeter sounds familiar, it is because he was one of two people questioned in the murder investigation of Rachel Del Tondo. She was shot and killed in her parents' driveway on Mother's Day in 2018. Jeter was never named a suspect and has denied any involvement. We're going to be working on this case through the day, and we'll bring you updates on Channel 11 News tonight at 5.
Also breaking, Allegheny County is reporting a jump in coronavirus cases after we've moved into the yellow phase on Friday.
Yes, but the leaders are saying do not be alarmed. These numbers include data reported to the health department in the last 24 hours, so that jump may be caused by a delay in the reporting. There are 38 new cases today. 14 of them are in long-term care facilities. Now, on a positive note, there are only 2 new hospitalizations and no new coronavirus deaths.
Within the state, or within the next hour, I should say, the state health department is expected to release information on COVID-19 cases at specific nursing homes and long-term care facilities. Until now, the state has only released data on the county level. The development comes as Pleasant Ridge Mature Living Care Home in Allegheny Township is reporting an outbreak of COVID cases. According to the Trib, officials aren't releasing the number of cases or if there have been any deaths, but the township, Westmoreland County, and the state health department have all provided personal protective equipment to that nursing home. Meanwhile, the National Guard continues to help out at another local home. Guard members were deployed last Monday at Brighton Rehabilitation and Wellness Center in Beaver County. The center has more than 70 COVID-19 deaths, the most in the state. And because of that, a new management company has been brought in to temporarily run Brighton, and Congressman Connor Lamb has called for a federal investigation into the facility.
Pennsylvania is starting a new program to help people who lost their jobs because of the pandemic. Pennsylvania's Pandemic Emergency Unemployment Compensation provides additional 13 weeks of benefits for people who exhaust their regular unemployment compensation. We're told that the information about the program is going to be emailed or mailed to anyone who could potentially qualify. The state has already paid more than $7.9 billion in total unemployment benefits since mid-March.
As we start a new work week, you might notice some changes as Pittsburgh gets back to business.
Yes, the Port Authority today resumed most of its normal bus routes with precautions in place. Also, Pittsburgh police are once again handing out parking tickets for drivers parked illegally. And several street paving and milling projects have resumed in the city as well.
A mask requirement is just one of several changes Uber is rolling out today to try to protect drivers and riders. Channel 11's Liz Kilmer explains how your next trip may look a little different.
As of today, when you open the Uber app, you'll see a message that says "In this together" and a new requirement that all riders and drivers need to wear masks, along with following some other new rules as well. As cities start to relax restrictions and more cars hit the roads, Uber is rolling out new safety measures to protect users, who are now all required to wear a mask. Drivers are even asked to take a selfie for verification using new technology. Before a ride starts, both riders and drivers need to complete a checklist. For example, if you're a rider, you have to agree to sit in the back seat. And if you're a driver, you have to check off that you disinfected your vehicle that day.
The health and hygiene of the Uber platform is a shared responsibility between all users. And that accountability goes both ways, starting from when you open the app through to when you exit the vehicle.
Now, what if your rider or your driver isn't wearing a mask and maybe you don't feel safe? Well, you do have some options. I'm going to talk more about those coming up tonight at 5. Liz Kilmer, Channel 11 News.
This was the first weekend for local counties in the yellow phase. Shoppers have been waiting to get into their favorite stores, but shopping looks a lot different than it did pre-coronavirus. There are signs telling you to stay 6 feet apart and arrows ushering you up and down the aisles, with safety being the #1 priority.
I noticed they had masks in there in case you didn't have one. They have hand sanitizer in there. They have the plastic cup. I mean, it felt safe.
But some stores are not opening yet. At the Tanger outlets, the GM says employers are having a hard time finding workers right now, but they are expected to have more stores open in the next few weeks.
Today, most states are at least partially back open, and the country's health secretary has a message for America. It's safe to come out with social distancing. This morning, President Donald Trump tweeted, "Reopen our country and transition to greatness." Still, top health officials are warning against reopening, fearing it may be too much too soon. NBC's Sam Brock has more from Miami.
Almost all 50 states are now partially reopened, from restaurants and retail to churches and casinos. The only remaining holdouts, Massachusetts' stay-at-home order expires today, while Connecticut's order lasts through Wednesday. On Sunday, the nation's health secretary signaling early signs are promising.
In areas that are opening, we're not seeing this spike in cases. We still see spikes in some areas that are in fact closed, very localized situations.
While Colorado and Georgia have not seen dramatic jumps, Texas just recorded its single highest spike of coronavirus cases on Saturday, more than 2,700. This as gyms and offices in the Lone Star State come back today. New York's Governor Andrew Cuomo getting tested for COVID-19 on live TV.
That's it?
While continuing to plead with people to be safe. The warm weekend weather luring New Yorkers outdoors. Crowds outside restaurants and bars.
Thank you.
Parks and beaches packed.
Our plans are to be outside as much as possible.
Coast to coast, visitors flocking to beaches. In New Jersey, a test run before Memorial Day.
Definitely not seeing a lot of masks around.
South Carolinians sandwiched on this stretch near Myrtle Beach. And the first weekend beaches reopened in LA County, not stopping waves of people from crowding the water. Farther north in the Bay Area, a bewildering scene in San Francisco Friday. Residents of the always social Marina neighborhood practicing virtually no social distancing outside this wine bar.
The fact that people weren't wearing masks and they were so, cluttered together, I'm like, oh God, no, it was very upsetting.
Also upsetting, a warning from Butte County a few hours away in Northern California, after a churchgoer recently tested positive for coronavirus, exposing 180 people and renewing warnings on large social gatherings. In Florida, as Miami Beach's restaurant scene, economic fuel for South Florida, eyes are reopened, the governor is considering easing the ban on vacation rentals, but not for everyone.
If you tell me you're going to rent them out to people from New York City, I'm probably not going to approve that, okay?
Dan Brock, NBC News.
It is a warm and a breezy afternoon across our area.
Severe Weather Team 11 meteorologist Danielle Dozier is tracking your forecast. Danielle?
Good afternoon, Gordon and Peggy. It's a pretty nice day overall. Little cloud cover out there early. We had a couple of stray showers, and right now we are looking at those temperatures that are climbing into the 70s in spots, including Washington, where we've actually had some sunshine break out. In fact, take a look at our visible satellite. You can see the cloud breaks down there for some sunshine, as well as down across Waynesburg and Greene County. And I do expect some clouds breaking from time to time, which will allow the temperatures to go up into the mid-70s here in Pittsburgh. So here's a look at your planner for the rest of the day. I'll let you know a little bit cooler of a forecast is on the way. I'll walk you through that coming up.
Thanks, Danielle. Happening now, construction is underway on the second phase of a safety project at one of the city's most dangerous areas for pedestrians, East Carson Street on the south side. Channel 11's Mike Holden explains what crews are doing and how it will impact traffic.
PennDOT has started the next phase of this major construction project on Pittsburgh's south side. The impact is far-reaching, and it's being felt not only by drivers, but also business owners in the area. Channel 11 captured traffic backing up along East Carson Street. It was bumper to bumper and brake lights for as far as we could see. Today, PennDOT closed a center lane between 1st and 3rd Streets and restricted a lane between 3rd and 9th Streets. This is all part of their $16 million pedestrian safety improvement project. It is one of the highest pedestrian crash locations over the past decade, according to PennDOT officials. Crews will now resurface the extremely busy stretch of road and install drainage pipes. They're also adding bump outs so walkers and cyclists have a shorter and safer distance to cross the street. Traffic lights will be upgraded and replaced, and better lighting will be brought in to improve the dark spots. People we spoke with say the improvements are challenging, but much needed.
They have bus stops on the other side there, but as you can see, there's no barriers or anything, and especially going home, people in the area, they're kind of moving fast and that, so they can feel a little careless.
If it's to make the streets better or able to get more people to be able to park for our business district, that would be awesome.
Now this work will be happening around the clock, tentatively through early September. We're now checking in with PennDOT and asking them about additional safety measures in place, how they're protecting crews and also pedestrians in this area. I'm working on that part of the story for Channel 11 News at 5 o'clock tonight. Reporting from the south side, Mike Holden, Channel 11 News.
Daycares are allowed to reopen now that we're in the yellow, but one owner isn't taking any chances.
I'm opening in phases, just so we can get everybody in and get our routine going.
Why she's waiting 2 more weeks before reopening her doors.
Plus, the big reason thousands of people may not be counted in this year's census.
There is also a lot of wisdom and value in continuing on and committing to one another.
Making the most of an uncertain situation. Up next, we speak with a local couple who said "I do" during this pandemic.
You're streaming WPXI now, your source for original local shows. Get the inside scoop on all the hot events, entertainment, and celebrities in and around Pittsburgh every week. Stream Access Pittsburgh on demand anytime on WPXI Now. Every candidate, every voice, every vote matters. From the campaign trail to your backyard, we're talking to the candidates about the big issues and to the voters who will decide the election. Channel 11 News, Decision 2020 coverage you can count on. Make sure you know everything happening in the morning. Watch Channel 11 Morning News.
So as you know, the COVID-19 pandemic has closed businesses and events all over the state. But Channel 11's Ryan Houston talked to a Washington County couple who refused to let the virus stop them from walking down the aisle.
Hannah Maxwell drove up to her wedding on her grandparents' farm in an old antique car while the guitar played. This is a far cry from what the bride and groom had originally planned for their big day.
Well, we don't want to not get married. We're ready, we're ready. And even though it's not going to be the wedding that we planned or dreamed of, we just said, hey, we know we're meant to be.
The Maxwells say they spent 8 months planning their wedding. They sent out 200 invitations, picked the venue, paid the photographer and DJ. Then the COVID-19 pandemic hit, and with it came businesses closed and strict social distancing guidelines.
We had pretty much had everything planned and set, which meant we had to change everything.
The couple says they canceled everything. Instead of a big crowd, just immediate family. They didn't use the church and opted for the family farm. And the crowd of 200 got a chance to watch the couple tie the knot on Facebook Live.
You may be seated, folks.
There is a lot of wisdom and value in postponing, but there is also a lot of wisdom and value in continuing on and committing to one another.
What we valued the most was coming together before God and before witnesses, our immediate family, and making a forever commitment to one another.
The Maxwells say they were able to adapt because the wedding is just one day on the road to the rest of their lives together. Ryan Houston, Channel 11 News.
And the couple's planning a big reception with family and friends next year if the pandemic is over.
COVID-19 is causing major challenges for the 2020 U.S. Census. A new report says people with poor internet access could be missed in the count. Workers usually show up at your door if you don't fill out the form online, but that is limited now because of the virus.
Responding to the 2020 census is something you can do from the safety of your home and practicing social distancing.
You have until the end of October to complete the census.
A coalition of African American organizations is urging people to vote in the primary election. The Promote the Vote caravan made its way through several neighborhoods Sunday, raising awareness about mail-in ballots. Organizers say this is so important because of the reduced number of polling places that will be open June 2nd.
City of Pittsburgh, there's 9 council districts. There'll be 1 precinct in every district. If you have ambulatory concerns or if you are a vulnerable population in this day of the virus, then you need to vote by mail.
The deadline to apply for a mail-in ballot is next Tuesday, May 26th.
Meanwhile, today is the last day to register to vote. If you're going to a polling place on Election Day, you can register online at votespa.com. If you are already registered to vote in Pennsylvania, you don't have to register again unless you need to change your name, address, or political party. Today's deadline was previously extended to give people more time.
And don't forget, Allegheny County has consolidated voting places for the June 2nd primary. The county will now operate just 147 polling locations. They normally run about 1,300. They say it is the result of staffing shortages and concerns over in-person voting because of the pandemic. The county plans to mail postcards telling voters where they need to go. New video shows crews back at work this morning fixing the sinkhole that swallowed a bus in downtown Pittsburgh. Who can forget this? It opened up in October at 10th Street and Penn Avenue, taking a Port Authority bus along with it. Crews will work from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. through Friday. The street is expected to reopen in late June, depending on the weather.
Hope you're having a great Monday. As we take a look at the forecast for today, those temperatures will climb into the mid-70s under a partly sunny to mostly cloudy sky, meaning more clouds than sun across a good part of the area. A little bit of a breeze today. Those winds will be out of the east-southeast, gusting up to about 20 miles per hour. Here's your evening planner. If you do want to go for a walk later on, the temperatures near 70 at 7 o'clock and falling into the mid-60s thereafter through 9 p.m. Overnight tonight will be a cooler night. Not quite as cold, though, as what we had out there this morning. This morning, we reached our forecast low temperature of 61. We're looking at lows tonight of 55 degrees, mostly cloudy. East-southeast winds will gust occasionally to 25 miles per hour. Here's our latest storm tracker maps, and I wanted to show you this because if you were joining us on Channel 11 Morning News and the news last night, we were telling you that the greater shot at seeing some showers would be in areas generally west, and this was going to be because we have a low-pressure system that's off to the west, so that's the more favorable area for the afternoon time frame. I was analyzing some data here today, and it looks like there could be a rumble of thunder. I don't want to entirely rule that out for areas out west, and that's what our model data has been picking up on here. So right along the border of West Virginia, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, where we could get in on some brief heavy downpours should anything develop for the day today. The rest of the area fairly quiet, and actually quiet during the late night and overnight hours as well. Here is a look at our golfing forecast. If you got that tee time early, about 61 at 9 o'clock, 67 at 1 o'clock, and that'll be our high temperature for the day. And the winds will be a little bit breezy, so maybe your ball goes flying a little bit if you're out there. Of course, you're going to need the sunscreen and maybe even a hat or some way to keep cool if you're out doing a little walking. Here's our wind forecast for the rest of the day today. Now, this is going to show you the sustained winds up around 10 to 15 miles per hour. Those sustained winds will increase late tonight into the overnight period. We're looking at occasional gusts to about 25 miles per hour. So there's the snapshot there at 7 p.m. See kind of the winds coming up a little bit. Here's a look at our forecast for the rest of the area tomorrow, mid-upper 60s. So a somewhat cooler day in store, but still nice to get outside overall. I am going to track a forecast for tomorrow that's going to be bringing in a slight chance for a passing shower in the Pittsburgh area, and I'll update you on that timing, the hour by hour, and who I think has the better shot at seeing rain for tomorrow coming up in the next half hour. So be sure to stick around for that. Take a look at our low pressure system that is going to be down to the south, the Kentucky, Tennessee in the next couple of days. So this is why we're watching rain chances, albeit limited rain chances, and really only for certain parts of the area over the next couple of days. But that's going to keep our weather somewhat quiet in spots, but a little unsettled in others. 5-day forecast with your weekend always in view. 62 Wednesday, that's the cooler of the week. We get into Friday, we're looking at a chance for showers and storms. Warmer weather as we head into the weekend with near 80 on Sunday.
This is the best thing to do, is hold off.
It's a heartbreaking decision, but why this daycare owner is not reopening, even though she got the yellow light last week.
And there's now another option for getting fresh produce. The changes you'll notice at the Market Square Farmers Market.
We've all slowed down, hunkered down to keep our distance, and the weather's helping to hold it together.
It's getting us through our day, our chance to get outside.
So while we're all figuring out our new normal,
one thing you can always count on, Severe Weather Team 11.
We're here.
Or here.
Forecasting your weather.
When you need to get outside for some fresh air, or you need to plan an indoor activity.
We'll be here to keep you safe at home because we're severe weather coverage you can count on.
severe weather coverage where you live.
On Channel 11 News.
Today, we're getting a clearer picture about how much Pittsburgh International Airport has been hurt by the pandemic. Our partners at the Pittsburgh Business Times say the airport saw a whopping 96% drop in passengers last month. Airport officials say the total number of passengers for the entire month of April equaled what they see on one normal summer day. At least 200 workers remain on site for essential jobs like security and maintenance.
Wow, that is a startling drop, but there may be signs of life for air travel. On Friday, 250,000 people went through TSA checkpoints nationwide. That was the first time since March 24th that the TSA saw that many people in one day. But obviously still a long way to go, because a year ago, that number was 2.6 million people.
The Market Square Farmers Market is now open for the season in a new location. The market opened yesterday in a parking lot on 11th Street and Waterfront Place. Officials say this temporary, larger location allows for more social distancing, and there's also fewer vendors.
We really see this as a great opportunity to get out. You know, there's a couple dozen vendors here. Many of them have been with the market for over 15 years now, and so they're family.
The market is usually open on Thursdays, but this year it will be held on Sundays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m.
The handshake, I think, is going to be doomed to history.
Impact the coronavirus may have on social interaction.
And nearly every state has made the move to reopen. The new questions leaders are asking.
You're streaming WPXI Now, your source for original local shows, Steelers, Penguins, Pirates, and more. The hottest Pittsburgh sports topics with even hotter opinions. Halftime adjustments. Wednesday nights at 7:30 on WPXI Now.
Channel 11 covers weather everywhere you live.
And we have the experience to get it right. We know the unique weather patterns across our neighborhoods.
That's why it can be raining in Beaver County,
while it's dry in Westmoreland County.
Weather coverage you can count on.
Watch Catherine Amenta and Gordon Lesh on Channel 11 Morning News.
Breaking now, the state health department just released an update on new coronavirus cases.
And the total number of cases has jumped to more than 63,000, with 822 new positive cases reported since yesterday. There are also 87 additional deaths. More than 4,500 people have now died from the virus statewide. Locally, 38 new cases reported in Allegheny County. Officials say that jump may be caused by a delay in reporting. 16 new cases have been reported in Beaver County, 5 new cases in Westmoreland County, and we have all the local county cases scrolling at the bottom of your screen. Some promising news in the race for a coronavirus vaccine.
Yes, this is good news, Gordon. 3 groups just announced developments in their trials. Drug maker Moderna says that data from a small clinical trial shows people given the potential vaccine did develop antibodies against the virus. The first 8 participants in the trial all developed antibodies at the levels that reached or even exceeded those seen in people who have recovered from COVID-19. Meanwhile, Oxford University and the Imperial College in London are both trying to develop vaccines. Participants in the Oxford study received their doses last week. Imperial College hopes to move into clinical trials by next month and large-scale trials by October, and more funding is on the way.
This new money will help mass produce the Oxford vaccine so that if current trials are successful, we have dosages to start vaccinating the UK population straight away.
The British government is investing another £84 million in both schools' research.
Today, borough officials plan to send a letter to Governor Tom Wolf asking him to reopen more businesses. They want gyms, salons, theaters, and restaurants to get the green light. That letter is on behalf of all of those businesses unable to move forward. According to our trip partners, it says small businesses are the thread of their community, and any further delay in reopening could threaten their livelihood. It also says threatening those businesses with the loss of licenses and fines rips them from the communities they serve.
The Allegheny County Treasurer's Office just reopened today. Employees and customers have to wear face masks, and staff will have their temperatures taken every day. The deadline to pay county real estate taxes has been pushed back to June 30th. Also today, the Sheriff's Office is taking appointments for people to get a concealed carry permit. Just make sure you call ahead.
Meanwhile, some Goodwill stores have reopened in southwestern Pennsylvania. Right now, hours are limited between 10 a.m. and 7 p.m. Social distancing will be encouraged and one-way aisles will be implemented. Masks will also be required of all shoppers and employees.
49 states have now loosened their stay-at-home orders, some even allowing in-person dining. Our Washington correspondent Serena Marshall is reporting from her home outside D.C. as the president welcomes restaurant and industry executives to the White House today.
A major topic of today's meeting is expected to be the impact of COVID on the restaurant industry as a whole. The restaurant industry contributes nearly $1 trillion to the economy. That's nearly 4% of the GDP, and a big chunk of that comes from small or independent restaurants. That's according to the Independent Restaurant Coalition, established after the start of COVID to help save local restaurants. They have been pushing for a fix to the PPP, or the Paycheck Protection Program, but now see that as a short-term fix and want to see something bigger, a bigger stabilization fund created to help deal with long-term impacts. Take, for example, even if in-person dining occurs throughout the country, the standard will become much different. They'll be required to have big changes like modified dining rooms, heightened cleaning procedures, and they will need help from the federal government to cover the cost of those changes, since revenues have been significantly down since the start of this. The president's economic advisor, Kevin Hassett, said on CNBC just this morning that the president would be open to some specific relief packages targeting things like the travel or food industry. Reporting from outside Washington, Serena Marshall.
Well, you can leave the jacket at home if you're heading out this afternoon. Severe Weather Team 11 meteorologist Danielle Dozier is timing out your forecast. Danielle?
Good afternoon, Gordon. If you're spending any time outside today, make sure you have your sunscreen, your hat, your sunglasses. From time to time, you'll need those. You can still burn, even though we have a mostly cloudy sky. I think we'll have some breaks in the clouds today. The UV index up to 7, and we'll continue to track warm weather into the afternoon with temperatures in the mid-70s. So if you want to do a little grilling out there, low 70s through 6 and 7 o'clock. I'm pinpointing who has the best shot at rain today and for the day tomorrow when I see you back here in just a few minutes.
Even though most of our region is in the yellow phase, this daycare in Westmoreland County is choosing not to reopen, at least not yet. Channel 11's Melanie Gillespie spoke with the owner and found out why it's staying closed for now.
It has been emotional. My mind has gone up and down, and my worried about what we should do and what we shouldn't do. I just feel that it's too early. You know, I can't do it in yellow and then us have to close again.
It was a gut-wrenching decision for Charlene Frock. Instead of opening up her daycare the day Westmoreland County turned to the yellow phase, she's choosing to stay closed until June.
Is hold off and wait these few weeks, see where we're going, then open up, and slowly we're going to do phases. We're not just opening our door June 1st and saying everybody's coming back. I even have my staff staggering back.
She says Frock Child Care has already had sanitizing procedures in place because they have 275 kids enrolled here, but they're amping it up even more.
We have a company coming in that's going to come in every week. They're going to come in the day before we open, and then they're going to come in every Friday, and they're going to go through all the classrooms and sanitize them for us.
We have to record it daily, 4 times a day. And the parents, we actually have to take the parents' temperature too. So if a parent has a temperature, they have to take the child and go home.
And the changes will be found all the way from the classroom to the front door.
They're not allowed past this gate, so we will have it shut, and me and another staff will be taking the kids to the room, so it's going to be a huge change for the kids.
Charlene says while she and the teachers miss their kids terribly, she feels like this is the right approach for her.
I didn't feel that peace and that comfort yet, and I feel June 1st is the best for me, my staff, and our children, because that's my #1 concern, to make sure everybody's safe.
Reporting in Westmoreland County, I'm Melanie Gillespie for Channel 11 News.
Still ahead, another summer tradition canceled.
Yeah, the massive celebration you'll have to wait until next year to see.
I'm Lisa Robertson, and we're launching a special version of Local Steals and Deals, shining a spotlight on small businesses. They're the backbone of America, and we need them to thrive now more than ever. Join us in making a difference. Text USA to 65,000 to learn more.
As local communities work to get back to business, Channel 11 News will continue to be on the front lines with what is happening now, with experts answering questions about our local economy.
Emergency federal funds heading to Pennsylvania schools.
With a team of reporters every day covering every aspect as we get back to business.
I spoke with the mayor today, and he delivered a message to everyone set to return.
The next steps are crucial, and you can count on us to sort out the details every day on Channel 11 News at 5 and 6.
Watch David Johnson and Peggy Finnegan on Channel 11 News at 5.
Canonsburg has joined the growing list of communities canceling 4th of July celebrations. The Borough Committee says it didn't make this decision lightly, but it is focused on safety and the future. Canonsburg hosts the second largest July 4th celebration in the state. The cancellation includes the parade, the fireworks, and all park and pool events.
People flocked to the Jersey Shore over the weekend. This is Sea Isle, where some beachgoers said it was hard to maintain social distancing.
There's a lot more people out here than I expected. Definitely not seeing a lot of masks around.
Masks are recommended but not required on the beach in New Jersey. With the big Memorial Day weekend right around the corner, beach towns are stressing the importance of social distancing.
The Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank says it has now given out more than 1 million pounds of food since the beginning of this pandemic. The milestone was reached this weekend at this drive-up food distribution event at South Hills Village Mall. Nearly 1,000 families were helped there on Saturday, and more events are planned for this week. The first will be held tomorrow at the Big Butler Fairgrounds, the second Wednesday at the Pittsburgh International Airport, and then Friday the food bank is going to be working with the Penguins and the city of Pittsburgh for a distribution on Center Avenue.
Take a look at this. If you lost power this weekend, this may have been why. The accident that took out a 90-foot tall transmission tower.
I'd rather be 6 feet over than 6 feet under.
Well, that could be what you're risking if you shake hands. Why experts say our way of interacting may be changed forever.
When news is happening near you, Channel 11 is there.
Aliquippa, Coriopolis, Moon. We cover news everywhere you live.
That's what makes Channel 11 News different.
We're in McCandless, Cranberry, Butler. For news from where you live,
watch Channel 11 News at 5.
You're watching WPXI Now, your source for original local shows. All the best things happening in Pittsburgh in one place. Watch 11 Things to Do, Thursday and Friday mornings at 9:15 on WPXI Now and on demand. Pittsburgh's chief meteorologist, Stephen Cropper, tracking the weather in your neighborhood.
Even after a reliable coronavirus vaccine has been discovered, the way we interact has probably changed forever. And as NBC's Chris Clackham reports, that's going to be hard for a lot of us.
I'm a hugger. Like, I would
enough strangers if it seemed like the situation was right.
For so many, safe distancing may be about saving us physically, but it's taking a toll psychologically.
Everyone needs a human touch every now and then, so it's kind of driving me a little crazy.
The new normal, though, of no hugs, no handshakes, is likely to linger long after the coronavirus is conquered.
A handshake, I think, is going to be doomed to history. And maybe that's just as well. Maybe we'll find new ways of greeting one another that are just as meaningful and just as enduring, but that don't carry the risk.
To Rice University psychology professor James Pomerantz, the focus is rightfully all about physical well-being.
My new motto is I'd rather be 6 feet over than 6 feet under.
Adapting to it, though, will require a brave new world of thought.
When things get back to normal, definitely going to be like more quick knuckle grab, maybe some waves, a lot less, body contact, I guess.
I don't think I'll be a handshake hugger anymore.
On the rare occasion that I see a close friend, we're 6 feet apart. I'm not hugging you. We're this far. It's sad.
But to many, a sad reality. Chris Clackham, NBC News.
Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell says he's optimistic the U.S. economy can begin to recover in the second half of the year, assuming there isn't a second wave of coronavirus. But he also said a full recovery won't likely be possible before the arrival of a vaccine. Powell said the economy was fundamentally healthy before the virus struck and forced widespread business shutdowns and tens of millions of layoffs. Powell also said once the outbreak has been contained, the economy should be able to rebound substantially.
NASCAR's season resumed over the weekend, and boy, did it look different. There were no fans in the stands when drivers took the track in Darlington. During Sunday's charity golf event on NBC, President Donald Trump called in to talk about the return of sports.
We want to get sports back. We miss sports. We need sports in terms of the psyche of our country, and that's what we're doing.
The president says it was important to resume games even if there are no spectators in the stands, and he promised robust virus testing for athletes. The PGA Tour is expected to resume in June.
Work continues today for crews installing a new 90-foot transmission tower in Harmer Township. A driver veered off Russellton Road Saturday afternoon and hit it, and you can see the car wedged inside the fallen tower in these pictures shared by our Trib partners. The crash knocked out electricity to more than 8,000 customers. It took most of the day to restore power. The driver was flown to a local hospital. His condition has not been released.
Noon, a Penn Hills woman caught with this revolver at Pittsburgh International Airport on Friday. A TSA officer saw the unloaded weapon in the woman's carry-on bag. County police confiscated the gun and arrested her. This is the 7th gun caught at the airport so far this year. Last year broke a record with 35 guns found in total.
Taking a look at the places that'll have the greater shot at seeing a shower or an isolated storm today on our storm tracker maps. This is 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You can see some red shaded color showing up. That's some bouts of heavy rain that could be falling out west. I think that's going to be the better shot at seeing any showers for the rest of the afternoon. We'll be in areas generally to the west of Pittsburgh and along the border there of West Virginia, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, where the atmosphere is a little more favorable later today for a pop-up shower, maybe even a rumble of thunder. So we're going to have that in the forecast, and as we head into this evening, those rain chances for the area ultimately go away, and overnight tonight we're going to be mostly cloudy and a little bit on the cooler side as temperatures fall into the 50s. As we take a look at Storm Tracker at 6:30 in the morning, looks like some clouds, some sunshine, so overall on Tuesday, partly sunny to mostly cloudy once again, and I think that the best shot at seeing some showers on Tuesday will come in areas near, south, and west of Pittsburgh. This model actually keeps us completely dry, but I've been analyzing other data that's been showing a chance for a couple of showers in those areas I just mentioned as a low-pressure system continues to spin and get its act together out to our west. So here's what we're looking at. Our chances for rain, best out to the west today, and then best out toward the south and west as we head into Tuesday. But of course, you can always stay updated by downloading our Severe Weather Team 11 app, and you can track the radar if you are heading out for a walk or a jog. Here's a look at our forecast tonight. Low to middle 50s from Beaver into Washington and Greensburg, about 56 degrees, 55 in Pittsburgh. The winds do become a little more breezy, so today we're looking at gusts to about 20, tonight gusts to 25, tomorrow gusts to 30 miles per hour. So increasing the winds as that low pressure system gets a little closer to our area. You can see our morning planner tomorrow morning, 6 o'clock, 57, 8 o'clock, 58 degrees, and as I mentioned, a mix of sun and clouds. The hour by hour for the day tomorrow, touch on the cooler side, but not bad. Temperatures climbing into the upper 60s as we head into the afternoon with that breeze out of the east-southeast. As for the wind forecast, those winds this afternoon sustained up around 10 to 15 miles per hour, increasing later tonight with occasional gusts to 25 miles per hour. I think the sustained winds as we head into the nighttime period and into the day tomorrow up around 10 to 20 miles per hour. So breezy today, breezy tomorrow. That is the theme. Take a look at our forecast tomorrow, upper 60s across the area. And here's the latest with Arthur. It is still a tropical storm with winds of 50 miles per hour, very close to the North Carolina coast, but it's going to be veering and heading away from the mainland United States. Here's the check of the 5-day forecast. 62 Wednesday, that's the coolest ahead. More showers and storms return Friday. Your weekend is looking much warmer.
All right, thanks, Danielle. Highmark just announced thousands of masks to first responders. Why the company is giving out cloth masks instead of N95s.
News is happening in your neighborhood. Channel 11 News is there.
We're in McCandless, Cranberry, and Butler. We cover news everywhere you live, not just downtown. We're in Aliquippa, Coriopolis, and Moon.
Bringing you stories that impact your town. That's what makes Channel 11 News different.
More local news from more neighborhoods. That's a fact. We're in Bethel Park, South Park, and Mount Lebanon. When you want news from where you live,
watch Channel 11 News at 5.
Channel 11 News at 5, covering more news happening in Allegheny County.
Today marks the start of National EMS Week, and that is why Highmark is donating almost 40,000 face masks to first responders. They are cloth masks. They're going to go to EMS workers in Pennsylvania, Delaware, and West Virginia. They are meant to be used while first responders are off duty or not interacting directly with patients. That way, valuable and limited PPE can be reserved for direct patient care.
It's time for you all to take over the world. It's your turn now. We need you. Go out and change the world. Congratulations.
Carnegie Mellon is honoring its graduates virtually this year. The university held an online ceremony Sunday for 5,400 undergrads, masters, and doctoral students. And as you saw there, some famous alumni made appearances, including actors Billy Porter and Ted Danson.
How nice. New at noon, Krispy Kreme is celebrating this year's graduates as well with free donuts. The company is offering this 2020 graduation dozen. Half the donuts say to, the other have holes, so together, of course, they spell out the year 2020. If you can prove that you are a high school or college grad, you get a free box tomorrow. And loved ones who want to surprise their graduates can buy the donuts today through Sunday.
A priest in Detroit found a unique way to stay connected with parishioners. The church posted photos online showing the priest using a squirt gun to shoot holy water onto worshipers. This happened back on Easter, but the priest waited in front of the church there wearing a mask and gloves while drivers pulled up and received the blessing. The priest said he was a little worried about how the Vatican might react, but he says so far he hasn't gotten any criticism. A lot of attention, though.
It's pretty creative anyway, for sure. That's all for Channel 11 News at noon. Our next newscast comes up tonight at 5 o'clock.
Thanks for watching. Have a great day and stay safe.
WPXI is proud to partner with UPMC to present Community Matters.